Hello, Saratoga and beyond. I'm Dan DeFedericis, the publisher of Saratoga Report, and I'm here today with Nicole Babie, the Membership and Programs Director of the Saratoga Springs Preservation Foundation. And they've got an exciting event this Saturday, May 13th, the Historic Homes Tour. Nicole, how are you doing, and how excited are you for this?
We are super excited for this Saturday's Historic Homes Tour. It is going to be such a great day. We have amazing houses on the tour, both in person and virtually. Knock on wood, the weather looks great for this weekend. And it's a Saturday before Mother's Day. So it's a nice activity to get families out and about, going look at historic architecture in Saratoga Springs.
Boy, if that's something we've got a great supply of is historic, beautiful architecture. I probably never appreciated architecture until I moved to Saratoga Springs. I grew up in the Buffalo suburbs where every house looked more or less the same. And although Buffalo itself has good architecture, but wow, what a great event. And give a brief idea of, and we'll tell people shortly how they can purchase a ticket. What would a typical day for someone who were to buy a ticket and to attend these houses? How would it go?
Sure. So the tour starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday, May 13th. And we really encourage people to enjoy the day. Do the tour at your leisure. When you get to the homes, you're not guided around. You get to go through at your own pace. Um, and we really just encourage people to check out all the houses. We have 10 houses on the tour this year, which is huge, especially after the last few years of only being able to either do virtual tours or part virtual, part in person, but not quite to the full extent that we used to do. This year we're back and it's going to be great. So the tour takes place on Union Avenue, Regent Street, Circular Street, so on the east side neighborhood. So there's plenty of parking for people in this neighborhood, which is great. And we also offer, in addition to the tour that runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and you have all day to view the 10 homes, we also offer a breakfast in buildings educational program and a lunch and learn educational program. And they've been sellout events for us, and people really enjoy coming to learn a little bit more about the history and the people in these neighborhoods, in addition to seeing the homes and learning about it that way as well.
That's great. And for those that aren't familiar with the Saratoga streets, you park your car once and you're walking distance to all these homes, correct?
Absolutely. So between the furthest one on Circular Street and the furthest one on Union Avenue, it's a 0.9 mile walk. So depending on people's abilities, they can walk the entire tour, or they can always move their car closer and closer as they get through the day. So it's really up to everybody on what they're comfortable with.
Okay, great. You mentioned Union Avenue, you mentioned Circular Street, and some of the homes we have the exterior pictures of are on those streets. So can I go through a couple of the homes, and do you want to talk briefly a little bit about them? Does that make
Sure,
sense?
go for it.
Okay, hang on here. Let me see. The first one I'm going to do is 104 Union Avenue, and let me get that up here. It's going to take me just a split second here. They make me go through all these gyrations and stuff. Let's see. And okay. Okay, there it is up on the screen, right? Is that 104 Union? Do you see it on your screen?
It is loading on my end, but we
Okay.
have two great
Technology is
homes
not
on
being
Union
kind.
Avenue. It is here. I see it now.
Okay, great.
Yes.
That before you say anything, I used to live a couple doors down from there. After the Bachelor Mansion, that is my favorite Saratoga Springs home. I love that home. So boy, I got to get to this Saturday. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nicole. Talk a little bit, if you'd like to, about some of these homes.
Sure. So 104 Union Avenue it's an amazing home. We are hosting our porch party there in June, which is kind of our wrap up event to the Historic Homes Tour. And if you are on the honorary committee or joined as a corporate sponsor, we had such overwhelming response this year, so unfortunately we don't have any tickets available for sale to the public, but it's encourages everybody to get out next year. Make sure you join honorary committee early so that you guarantee a spot at the porch party. And yeah, this home is great. And so we have this house at 104, and then one that's a few ticks down at 88 Union Avenue. And we have the garage that's associated with 88 Union Avenue, which is, we just learned about recently. They're going to have their home on the tour too. So that one's like a bonus for everybody to get to see. And it's just, the tour itself is really a nice assortment of big homes, smaller homes. As I mentioned, the garage behind 88 Union Avenue at 30 North Lane, that one is very tiny. So you get to kind of see a diverse arrangement of how people live, different styles, and the different architecture that really has built up Saratoga Springs. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is definitely one of my favorite homes on the tour. And Union Avenue, it's just always such a treat to get people on Union Avenue to say yes to us. So that is wonderful. And then this home will also
That's
be on the virtual tour in addition to the in-person tour.
okay. Oh, great. Let me bring up another home here and
Sure.
see. This is like a game show. I'm not telling you which home I'm going to bring up. You're going to have to. Of course, you know these homes very well, so I don't think it'll be too much of a challenge for you. And boy, they're all gorgeous, and I absolutely love every one of them. I used to live within walking distance of all of them. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, is that this tour is so walkable. And even in bad weather, we do this at the Saturday of Mother's Day weekend every year. And it's like, even if it's raining a little bit, people are still out there. We have hundreds of people who attend the tour the day of the event.
Great. Can you see it? Did it pop up? It popped up on
I
mine.
can. I see Stone Abbey at 125 Circular Street.
A former
And they,
church, correct?
so yeah, so we have a condo in the Stone Abbey on the tour this year. We've had some condos in the past on these tours, and this one is the first time that I've been inside condo number 6. So it's really exciting to have this one on the tour, and it's really amazing to get to see the stained glass windows from inside. Obviously, you get to see them from the street and everything, but seeing them from inside the home is just beautiful and something that you don't usually get to see. And this is such a unique reuse of a former church into people's homes. So I think it gives, again, just another different perspective on houses in Saratoga Springs and different styles of living.
There's a couple former churches in town that are round buildings, correct?
Yep. Yeah, yeah. There's a few of them. We have a nice assortment of adaptive reuse buildings in Saratoga.
Ah, great. Let me bring up another one. Another one of my favorite homes is hang on here. Did that pop up?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me try once more time.
I do feel like I'm on a quiz show. I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Well, this one sign on it. If you drew a blank, you could zoom in and look at the sign, and of course you're going to know this one right away. Steps from your office, actually. Did
It
that
is. The Sears tour is very convenient
not
for us.
pop up?
And to that effect, if you are interested in purchasing tickets the day of the tour, they do increase by $5. So I always encourage people to buy in advance, but you can pick them up here at 112 Spring Street, where our office is. We're right across from the Spring Street Deli in the old school building. So that's another option. If you decide day of the tour you want to get out and go see some historic architecture, we'll be here waiting for you. Tickets are on sale here from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right, yes, and this is
And,
Circular Manor at 120
and
Circular.
online, is that correct?
Yes, you can purchase them online in advance. So we will have them online until Friday evening. And they are $35 for foundation members or $45 for non members. And
So
if
what
you
a
purchase
perfect
them
time to
online
become
this
a new
week,
member, right?
I've been encouraging everybody to become a member. It's great, and you get discounts on all of our events throughout the year. So we have our summer stroll series coming up in starting in June. So you'll get discounted tickets on that. So it definitely doesn't hurt to become a member, and it's a great way to support preserving our community. But yeah, you can check it out
Yes.
at www.saratogapreservation.org for tickets and information about all our programs.
Okay, great. And I'm sorry, you were talking about Circular Manor.
Yeah. So 120 Circular Street is Circular Manor, and we were really lucky last year to have them as part of our virtual tour, and they agreed again this year to be on the in-person tour. They are having all 3 floors open, which is amazing. I think that's such a treat to get to see all the way to the top because their 3rd floor is incredible. And we're just really looking forward to having them on the tour, and they're kind of nestled right in the center of all the action with all the other homes on Circular Street.
Terrific. Here, I'm having a little bit of a trouble getting the last home in, but I believe if my math is correct, that would have been 127 Circular.
Yes. Yes. So that's across the street from where Circular Manor is. And yeah, that home's just really special, has very unique architecture. How the family really made it back into a 1 family residence and has made it their home is a great thing to check out. And that's the other thing about this. I think people can get a lot of inspiration on, even though these are historic homes and buildings, on how they've been modernized, how people are using them today, because we understand that you need to keep with the times and do what you're doing, but also the way that people have preserved some of the architecture and spaces within the buildings is really special.
This is great. Okay, so this Saturday, 10 beautiful homes. Wow, what a, a little bit of exercise, a little bit of fun, some knowledge about the architecture, and that's great. Any last thoughts, Nicole, for someone that might be thinking about attending?
Well, I did just want to mention that we also offer just a virtual ticket for anyone who maybe not live local or may not be able to make the event on Saturday. You can always just buy a virtual ticket. 2 of the properties on the in-person tour will be on it. And we also have Union Gables, which is also on Union Avenue. They are part of just the virtual tour. So that's another great place to go and learn about the history of Saratoga, the history of the buildings and the people who lived there. And I just think it's a really fun opportunity to get out, go see all of these great properties, because most of them are private residences. So this is like a one-time only opportunity to see inside.
That's great. I'm glad you pointed that out. That it's a unique opportunity. These aren't other than the bed and breakfast and 1 or 2 other places, private homes that are people are kind enough to help you out here.
Yeah.
Oh, terrific. Well, look forward to seeing you Saturday, folks. This is a once a year opportunity. Sometimes many of their things sell out. So I would get online or go down to 112 Spring Street, correct?
112 Spring Street is where our office is, and we have
Yes.
tickets at the ready.
And go, excellent. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks for joining us today. Good luck.
Thank you so much. It was great chatting.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.